Hi, welcome to another Interstellar Prime update video. Today we're going to be looking at the scale of this game. So here we are starting out at Remnant City, District 3, where the game starts. And I'm going to slowly walk around and also zoom out of Remnant City to kind of give you an idea of the scale of the sandbox mode that we're creating. And also like the game universe itself as we build the story. So how Remnant City is built is, as we mentioned earlier, it is a city that's kind of like hollowed out or built inside of hollowed out what's left of Phobos. So now the moon of Mars, and that's where the remaining of humanity still lives, and this is where millions of people live in this city. And the way the city is built is it's essentially inside of a giant squirrel cage that spins slowly to create artificial gravity. And then the city has many districts, and then the lower the district, the lower the spoke, or the lower or the outermost of the squirrel cage, if you may. They're layered in a sense, so that makes it the higher or the higher the district, like let's say District 8. It has lower gravity, and hence there's less likely to have, like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm saying here, but actually what I'm trying to show you is kind of like the scale of the game. So this is kind of like a rough render of the entire city of Remnant City. So this is just kind of like going higher and higher and higher to the core. And this is where District 8 is. This is where all the upper echelon people lives. And this is kind of like a rough, kind of like a big scale render of the city. And as mentioned before, the outermost ring, or kind of like where industrial and where it needs gravity, a lot of gravity, people lives. And the higher the district, it's got less gravity. However, it's going to require people that lives up there to have this special garment or a special apparel that the story will reveal it to allow you to actually withstand and live normally with lower gravity. But the benefit is that everything is lighter up in the higher district. Like the metal weighs less than half as much, so a lot of things can move a lot faster because there's less relative gravity. So, and hence the real estate, it's a lot more desirable up in higher district, and it is also directly connected to the outside station, which is where I'm gonna head to now. So the outside station is where how do I say, it's where the space station is. Okay, here I think where we are. Yep. So this is kind of like if we go inside the core, and I'm kind of disoriented here. I think this is it. Okay, so if I were to zoom out from the core and then look back, and I will basically be coming out of the asteroid. And let's make sure I'm going the right way. And again, this is just kind of like the rough render of the whole city. It's not really the detail or optimized yet. I'm just kind of showing you the kind of like the scale of this game. So we're coming out of the mega structure here, and then excuse all the texture and LOD and all that stuff, but this is it. This is where the spaceport is for Remnant City. It's essentially where, here it is, there it is. So that is the station where in the story this is where it all began, kind of like where where humanity started to come and try to colonize Mars. So the first logical thing to do is to kind of like make a space station, or like a moon base per se on Phobos, and that's exactly what this is. So that was like the first phase of colonizing Mars, and then that happened in the story time years ago. Um, in the story, we kind of say that this happened in the 2040s and 2050s, where the space boom really happened after the singularity, where AI initially really helped us out. So this is kind of like the station, and where the sandbox mode will be starting. It's you're going to be able to dock to the outside of this station, and this is really the ship dock and the shipbuilding um, port where you can actually build your starship. Really, should I say, planetary ship? It's not really a starship yet because you're going from planet to planet. And like mentioned before, this game is we try to stick to the real science as possible, just to like just because we like to we make this game because we really want to make a game that's kind of try to answer the question of how will humanity colonize stars or a different star, hence the name Interstellar Prime, right? Like this is kind of like, will we ever, um, colonize space the way that we imagine? So this game, without going in too much into the story, this game is kind of like a my own little take on that, like what humanity would be like, um, using the real trajectory that we see today, like including the social stuff that's going on, and also the um, how do I say the technological stuff. So there you have it. It's basically from very small scale. This is like Dream Market, where you come do your missions. And here's RoboCore repair shop in District 3, where your character starts. And again, a quick zoom out of the whole city right there. And then all the way out to Mars. And as you can see here, this is still under construction. This is kind of like where Phobos is, leftover. Obviously, there's going to be more to it than that. So this is where we are, and we are working hard to. I say we, meaning me and one other programmer that he just joined the team, and I'm very excited about it. Um, anyway, yeah, that's the update I want to show you. Just kind of like the scale of the game and the detail we put into this, and also we're trying our best to optimize everything to make sure that it runs smooth, and that everybody that plays this game will get a big sense of all of like our solar system and like what man can achieve and all that stuff. So, and of course, it's going to be a really epic space battle. We've tested some of the components, and we're excited about it, and I can't wait to release our first installment of the sandbox mode. And again, this is just a rough render. In the real game, you won't be seeing all this stuff because it's going to be optimized, smooth out, make it look pretty, look nice, and it's obviously nobody can fly this fast through rocks and stuff. So again, thanks again for watching.